Welcome back to the 2018 European Canoe Marathon Championship from Metković in Croatia. We are looking forward to K1 men on quite windy course this afternoon in this fantastic Neretva Valley. All the big shots are here, and we are very much looking forward to the start that will appear within 15 minutes or so here at the fantastic Neretva River, flowing slowly across a beautiful landscape. And let's have a look at that landscape before we go into the course and start list, so we all recognize where we are and how beautiful it is.
Thanks very much.
back to the 2018 European Canoe Marathon Championships. We are broadcasting from Metković, Croatia, and me and Jim Rossiter will try to guide you through this quite windy event this afternoon. It's quite a straightforward course, Jim.
Yes, nothing technically difficult about it at all. The river flowing down from the Alps in Bosnia, which is only a half a kilometre upstream from here, goes through here and then down into the sea about 15 k's below. But the key issue is that the river is dammed about 3 kilometres below where we are, and therefore the level of the river is pretty constant all the time, and there's very little flow.
Here's the course animation, and as you can see, they are doing one quick lap without the portage, and then another one without the portage, and then it comes the portage, as you could see there from the red dot, and finalizing with the blue short lap. And these guys are doing 8 laps and 6 portages, in total 29.8 kilometers. A very quick overview of the course there.
Yeah.
But it is, as you said, quite straightforward and quite simple. But it is windy conditions now.
It is, yes. But we haven't got the waves we had here the last couple of days, Stefan. So it's always it seems a bit difficult to decide why that is the case. But it's definitely more windy, but less wavy. So we'll have to see if it develops during the course of the race. We did have word that it was going to be a bit of rain this afternoon, but it looks pretty clear for the next 2 hours anyway.
And yeah, we'll come back to the conditions because here's the start list. Stéphane Boulanger, one of the really good French paddlers, is on the far inside here. 491, Stéphane Boulanger from France. He will be among the top guys, I'm sure of that. Also Filippo Vincenzi from Italy is a quick one from the start. Joachim Lindberg did very well in the World Cup until he sunk in the very tough conditions in May this year. Continuing, Matteo Graziani from Italy, also a quick one, and Adrian Boros, who was second last year, just after José Ramalho, the winner of several European championships. And then follow Urban Quentin, also him. He will be among the top guys. He had a bronze medal last year. Urban Quentin from France, and beside him is 506 Adam Jakub Adam from Czech Republic, finishing 4th last year. So all the top guys are in the middle, both 502 Graziani, 503 Boros, 504 Ramalho, 505 Urban Quentin, and then dark horse out there, 491 Stéphane Boulanger. I'm pretty sure he will be one of the top guys. Maybe he will take the initiative from the start, as he is used to, and just go hard.
That's right. We've seen over the last 3 or 4 years since the French team sort of changed their tactics, I suppose, and they've always been coming out there and really going for it to start with, and seeing whether they can last the course. That seems to be their philosophy. We've also got Barry Watkins from Ireland, who's did very well at the World Cups event earlier in the year.
Yeah,
so we'll see how Barry does.
Yes, Barry did very well until he also sunk at a very rough conditions here in Portugal end of May this year.
Yeah.
So the big guys there, that are a little bit more heavy, Joachim Lindberg and Barry Watkins, they both sank there. And I know that they are in good shape, so they will absolutely going for it here today. We also heard that José Ramalho had some problems with his stomach. And that is a tough challenge in these hot conditions.
Indeed. I don't think we're even sure if he's going to be out there, Stefan. At the moment, I've not heard anything positive to say he's definitely racing. So we'll have to see how that pans out. We obviously hope he will, because that's going to be, it just makes the race that much better. So it's 5 minutes to the start. Just to explain, we've got a start gate here as against the normal pontoon scenario that we've had most of the year, last few years. These are the sprint racing gates. They lift about half a metre out of the water. Paddlers come up against the face of those, press a button, releases the air, and the gate drops. So I guess in some ways it's a fairer start because you're not relying on anybody holding the back of the boat. So the starter is calling the boys now. Some of them are about 400 or 500 metres up the river, so they're going to take them a couple of minutes to get back to the start line even.
So other interesting names here is Christian Mate from Hungary, boat number 514. He will start on the far outside of the river, a little bit of disadvantage for him to start with, but he's a strong guy, and the race is long, 29.8 kilometers, so he will absolutely be among the guys that will be heading for the top group.
Yeah. So if you look, the shot we got on the camera now shows the left-handed bend of the river. It sweeps round almost the whole length, 1,500 metres. That's a sweeping left-handed bend. So definitely a disadvantage being over right on the right-hand side on this draw, because the actual draw, the gate is dead square with the river. It's not. There's no compensation for the bend. I'm going to say, Stefan, we don't know. We're pretty certain that there's very little flow here, so where you are on the river doesn't make a lot of difference, we don't think. We haven't been out there to try it, of course, but from what we can see from the commentary, it doesn't seem to make a lot of difference. But the shortest course is going to be on the left.
And now they are lining up. Other interesting names there is 507, Morten Minde from Norway. Sometimes he is doing very, very good races. Boat number 507. So look at the middle of the field, middle of the line, with Graziani 502, Barry Watkins 501, Boros 503, Ramalho Portugal 504, and Urban Quentin 505, Jacob Adam 506, and Morten Minde 507. They're all centered there, and then on each side Stefan Boulanger and Christian Mate.
So it's over to the starter now.
Now it's tensed, really tensed out there.
And the gate drops away and off they go.
And it's 491, Stefan Boulanger, exactly as expected. As we said, Stefan Boulanger, the quick French, that is taking the lead, having the lead out from the starting pontoon. And he is followed by 495, that is Filippo Vincenzi. Filippo Vincenzi, a quick Italian that we are used to see going very, very fast from the start. But it is Stefan Boulanger and it is Filippo Vincenzi that are there. And we saw Ramalho starting. And there is also Emil Svensson from Sweden in the middle there. Recognizing him from the camera shot. The camera shot is from the far outside. There's the top group, Stefan Boulanger leading, Filippo Vincenzi on his on the millwatch there, and José Ramalho. He is definitely starting in his red boat, easy to recognize, his cap backwards.
So we can see straight away this shot is taken about 200 meters from the portage scenario where we're sitting, and all the paddlers on the right hand bank are coming across, and the race is forming effectively about a third of the way out from the big left hand bend bank. Just going past the boys on the short turn for the final short lap.
So Ramalho making a move there to create a position for himself. They will all be together in a quite a big group. I think during this first lap it's no portage this first lap, and then not the second lap either. So they will do about 10 kilometers before the first portage.
The reason for that, Stefan, as we all know, is the fact that the portage has to be constructed to suit the geography of the site, and it's effectively a 200-meter run. And you've got to run up the bank not to get off the river level to about 5 meters above the river level to the roadway which runs along by the side of the course. So because of the length of that and the toughness of the portage, the organisation and the European Canoe Association decided to reduce it by one portage.
Barry Watkins is there in his green boat, green and white Irish boat. You can see here him in the middle of the group there. As expected, quite a big group. It's quite many of them that are really good nowadays.
That's right. And they are staying quite wide out. So I guess that whoever's leading, unless someone's pretty brave and decides to move off the side, and then they're going to follow the leader, so to speak.
Forming the group as a big V, right in the washes of each other.
That's a view right up the course. This is from the bottom turn, 1500 meters from the start. And you see the industrial side of the town on the left hand side, and then the old town and all the hotels are on the right hand side. Ideal location for the event in terms of the convenience for all the paddlers and the teams. They're all living within the town. There's only 10-15 minutes walk at the most for anybody from the hotel to get to the start scenario.
Guy in the blue shirt there, closest to the bank, is Jakob Adam. That is making a move now to create a good position for himself. Ramalho is right in the wash. I think still it is France in the lead.
Two Spanish paddlers on the left-hand side of the lead.
Albert Corominas. And José Julián. So it's Barry Watkins leading now. Barry Watkins, we saw him doing that exactly the same in Portugal and on May in the World Cup. Good sprinter, Barry, a strong paddler, controlling this big group now. And Ramalho is on his right hand side. And on his left is Stéphane Boulanger. Around the first turn, Watkins controlling. Boulanger and Ramalho easily following. Forming up now, the top guys.
Yep. So the big boys on these turns are half a metre diameter. You definitely don't want to be bashing them or hitting with your blade. And everybody's giving themselves a nice easy turn round that one. Thought it was very friendly actually, Stefan, that one.
It was.
Didn't seem to be any, with that large group, any inclination of pushing or pulling. Remember on these races, if you get knocked in the inside of the buoy or you cause somebody else to go inside it, then you can get yourself a 15-second penalty. So Barry's taking a little bit of a drink there as Romario comes through on the right hand side. Bruiser there.
Doesn't look like he's sick. He's doing as we are used to see him.
That's right.
But he has definitely been sick. He didn't wanted us to talk about that before the race. He didn't want to give any advantage to his fellow competitors. But now, when the race is ongoing, I think we are free to speak. The conditions here this evening. It's quite hot in the sun, but the wind is cooling the temperature down a bit. Someone has fallen in there. See if we can figure out who that is. Swimmer. That's easy to do.
Norway.
It's Norway.
Yeah. It's Morten Mind, I think you'll find.
Yeah, it's Morten Mind.
Yeah. And of course you can see that the actual wind is blowing the boats into the bank and slightly upstream, in fact. It's got a lot of water in that now.
He's swimming the fastest he can to try to catch his boat.
Yeah.
Such things happens.
This the geography of the place here, and because of the nature reserve sort of attitude that the locals have got, which is really great, of course, is that there's all big reed banks at either side of the river until you get into the concrete walls in the town.
Here they come, the big group. I haven't recognized Adrian Boros yet. He used to be a slow starter by purpose. I think he's out there now, moving forward. Second from the right.
Yeah.
Recognize him. Yeah, recognize him from his technique.
It's about 400 meters to the end of the portage area where they are now.
Once again, Boulanger. Now it's I think it was Boulanger in top. There is Boros. White boat, white shirt.
Tim Pendle has got himself up onto the inside from Great Britain. He's in about 7th or 8th place at the moment. Recognise him with his green hat on.
And the sun is right into the camera lens. It's beautiful shots, but it's hard to recognize who is who.
Yeah.
Morten Mind still struggling with his boat. It's not easy for him to probably muddy. So when he puts his feet on the bottom, they are sinking in the mud.
I'm surprised that the rescue boat wasn't able to help him and get him back in his boat. But what he has to be careful of is, we know that there are lots of frogs in that river, and it's a bit of a joke really. I'm sure he'd laugh about it afterwards, but the nature reserve is he didn't want to. Okay, so we just heard that he decided not to get in the rescue boat, but has decided to do his own thing. Whether that was a good move or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the front of the race.
To be strict on the rules. Getting into a rescue boat is the same as getting help out there, so I think he's thinking that way.
Okay.
Trying to do it himself. It's Boulanger still leading, and it's Spain. Albert Corominas following. Spain that is launching a new team, a new senior team now, after Ivan Alonso has retired a little bit.
Yeah. Just as a marker on the course, that red and white barrier is, as you can see, about 100 meters to the portage.
Now it's full speed ahead. Full speed ahead into the second turn, coming up within 200 meters or so.
Yeah.
Soon they are passing here. Boulanger controlling it. The reason they were going very fast, I think, is that Boulanger, who has the inner side, really want to keep that position. He doesn't want to be squeezed into the walls there.
Yep. So the paddlers are just coming below us now on the wall. We're sitting in that tent there with the brew roof to it.
Barry Watkins are there, Adrian Boros, and also Christian Matti. Adrian Boros, Christian Matti, Quentin Urban, Ramalho, Barry Watkins, and Stefan Boulanger, together with
and Boros has just moved on to the outside.
Yeah, together with José Julián from Spain, who is the Spanish guy right behind the top three now. Interesting, all the top guys are there. Also Jacob Adam.
So Bollinger took a drinking sack out of the bottom of his boat and put it around his neck, and Boros is going to go right around the outside, trying to get himself up to the front. Didn't quite make it, but no, that didn't work that time.
But this time Boros is within the top group anyway. We are used to see him quite far behind, up to 40 seconds or so during the first couple of laps, but this time, as he said, the World Championships last year, I'll need to learn to warm up because it takes a couple of laps until I can go full speed. But then, yeah, he secured a medal for himself, also that World Championship. So, and now he's among the top from the start.
Yeah. It's Tim Pendle on the right as we look at it now, in the green boat and the light green hat. He's coming up onto Boros's wash, so he'd be pretty happy with that, I think.
And now Spain is leading. Julian José.
So we seem to be established a group now, going down to the bottom for the second time. Nine boats still in contention in that group. Mario with his white hat, he's second on the left. Boris has come right round from one side of the group to the other, and he's moving now in the most direct line to the turn. Tim Pendle having a go to get back on his wash.
In such a big group, it's always a competition for positions in that group. Everyone is focusing to create the best for himself. Now Boros is moving up there to have the first wash from José Julian that is heading, and Ramalho is the marvelous tactician. Ramalho is just sitting there. He have been all race through on a good wash. One of the characteristics on the really good and experienced marathon paddlers, they manage always to create a good position for themselves. José Julian, one of the new Spanish guys, flanked by José Ramalho and Adrian Boros, Portugal and Hungary.
So, group of 9 broken away at the moment by probably 200 metres now, I think, 150 anyway. And the paddlers behind, really strung out, paddling down the centre of the river. So I think it's a long way back even at this stage for anybody who's not in that group of front group of 9.
So I think we got them all 9. It's Stéphane Boulanger, 491, and it is Spain with Albert Corominas, it is Barry Watkins, it is Adrian Boros, it is José Ramalho, Urban Quentin, Christian Mate, Hungary, Tim Pendle and Julian José. That's the top 9 in this group now, as far as we can recognize. Adam Jakob is there as well. Jakob Adam, I think, in the end of the group.
We're looking for the blue checked shirt.
Yeah, there he is. Was Barry Watkins there? I didn't see him. José Julian, Adrian Boros, José Ramalho, red boat there, Barry Watkins.
Barry Watkins there.
Stéphane Boulanger, Urban Quentin.
2 Spanish guys.
Albert Corominas.
Oh, it's the other French boy on the right hand side.
That's Quentin Urban.
Right, so down round the bottom turn for the second time.
So they are 10 in this top group actually. The strong wind continue, as you can hear, and the wind is blowing in our microphones, making some extra noise. Morten Minde gave up, took a swim in the cold water. The water is not more than 14 centigrades or so, coming from the Bosnian mountains. Now José Ramalho taking over. Looks like the speed increases immediately when he is doing the job, as we are used to see. I've seen him doing that many times. Remember the World Championships in Buchini, where he just went and fought tremendously hard against a very tired body on the way on the final lap, but managed to win the European Championship.
Hang on there, yeah.
That was 2015. He won also last year.
Just going round the turn now of the Croatian paddler, Franjo Zindarek.
Sprinter originally, doing one of his first marathons here on his home river, in the Retva River. The Retva River that was the training river for Maciej Jubek, one of the famous Croatian C1 paddlers, with several World Championships gold medals and I think 2 or 3 Olympic medals in the 80s. Becoming then the chairman of the Croatian Olympic Committee, but is not with us anymore.
So expecting the shot from the camera at about the 400-meter mark to the portage area. There it is. Fair old rate going on here, Stefan. They're really pulling hard, aren't they?
Yeah, it's José Julian. You can recognize him because he has a little bit higher frequency in his paddling than the rest of them. Probably a river guy.
Yeah. The last boat in that group is Christian Matt from Hungary.
Also him, quite a cool paddler. I've seen him many times being in the far end of the group, and then when he decides on it, he moves forward.
Yeah.
Staying cool, trying to save energy. They are doing 8 laps, so it's a long race.
He'd have a job staying cool today, Stefan, I think.
Yeah.
He might look cool, but he's definitely not.
Boros on the outside, recognize his technique there.
Tim Pendle just behind him in 6th place with the green hat.
And in such a group they are watching and thinking on the next move all the time to create a good position for themselves. If you have a good position, you are protecting that with all effort you can, and if you have not, you are trying to find a gap to do something about it. So it's a tactical judgments ongoing in the heads of them all the time, all race through. So and you can see Ramalho marvelously positioned. He managed to find a very good position for himself all the time.
Yeah.
Very experienced, very skilled, and very strong, actually. It goes hand in hand usually, finding a good position, being strong, being able to control the races requires strength.
So they're just coming past the portage area. Going underneath us along the wall and then round the turn for the completion of lap 2. And you can see on the graphics that it's telling you that they're currently on lap 2 of the 8. It doesn't include the short one, of course. They're still going at a fair old pace here at the moment, Stefan.
They do.
Yeah. But the whole of this 8 or 9, they're still there. They haven't managed to drop anybody yet.
Passing us in the commentary position soon.
Yeah, there's 11 of them there actually.
It is. Stéphane Boulanger is making a move now to create a better position for himself, trying to squeeze Adrian Boris, who is moving into the diamond wash, and then Ramalho easily went up to the first wash of José Julian. Once again, marvelously done, both of Ramalho and Boros.
Yep. And Barry Watkins very comfortable there, sitting on the second washout on the right hand side, with blue shirt of Jacob Adam just behind him. Tim Pendle on his inside with the green hat.
And it's Matteo Graziani, 502, who has joined the group. Matteo Graziani from Italy in his blue shirt, together with Christian Matti there in the far end of this group.
Just doing a bit of technical adjustment with the microphones here, because we understand you're picking up a bit of the wind noise. So that big group of 11.
I think we will see them formed like this until the portage actually.
Yeah, could be, yeah. Jose Julian, do we know much about him, Steph?
I think he's happy to control the race there.
Yeah.
Sorry about the wind noise. We can't do much about it. We're trying our best to adjust, but it's windy here. Sitting outside, but probably can make you feel a little bit of the conditions here by hearing that. Now with Barry Watkins that made a move there to create a better position for himself.
Good turnout here this afternoon watching the event by the locals. It's not a very big town. I don't know what the population is here, but I'm thinking 10,000 or that sort of order of things. I think it's not a very big town, but it's certainly a very welcoming one, and we've had some good laughs with the locals, and they've been very friendly towards us. Mind you, I think this organisation has brought in a few pounds or into their kitty.
Yeah, and the Croatian Federation that is organising this together with the locals here are doing a great job. It's actually the first formal European Championships at all, the first formal championships of this size, of this status in Croatia ever. So they are quite proud about it, and they have done a great job on this very nice Neretva River.
It's a big delta area around here, ideal for fruit growing and wine.
And now it's Stefan Boulanger that is making a move there to create a better position for himself. Taking the lead into the turn. And Ramalho still sitting on the wash.
Yeah, Boris, who found himself in about the 10th place, decided that's not good for him, so he's now moved on the outside and he's back up into second place. Couple getting a bit of a strung out at the back, so it looks like we might lose one or two on this going around this turn.
It's Graziani.
I think we've seen that before. We with the
yeah. Last year, Ramalho won, Boros for second, Quentin Urban third, Ivan Alonso fourth. He has stopped, or at least he is not doing it this seriously anymore. Fifth was Jacob Adam, and then followed by Aranyasu from Hungary and Matteo Graziani from Italy. Then Morten Minde, 8th position. Morten Minde, who had a swim, so he won't be able to cope with that position this time.
The two paddles on the left includes Tim on the left out of the pack, that is, includes Tim Pendle. He's done a bit of a straighter route to the Turnboy.
Christian Matt in the lead now, who as we said, he has moved from the far end of the group into the top. Typical him. When he decides it's enough to be behind, he just make a move and off he is. Controlling this into the first turn, Christian Mette from Hungary. Ramalho perfectly positioned, as well as Boros.
Barry Watkins on the near side as we look at the Jacob Adams in his blue shirt for Czech Republic.
And Albert Corominias, Spain, and Jose Julian from Spain also within this group. So 2 Hungarians, 2 Spanish paddlers, Barry Watkins and Jose Ramalho forming the top 6 now. All of them from great marathon countries. Many good paddlers in Hungary, Spain and Portugal, winning many medals over the years. Nice that Ireland also has managed to get top guys into the game once again. Ronan Foley as a junior and Barry Watkins here. Really good.
So down to 9 in that front group now.
It's the second group.
Yeah, there's a couple off the back, and then this is the second group. That's John Simmons, who's paddling for Ireland now.
And it was Emil Svensson from Sweden, Bråviken from Sweden. One of the good clubs currently. South of Stockholm in Sweden. And Denmark, Martin Fredriksen.
So the pace is a bit too hot for Tim Pendle, and the second is Spanish paddler, that's Albert Corominas. They're dropped off the back now, they're 10 and 11. So that branch there represents roughly 400 metres to the portage for the first time. Just going round the turn, local Croatian paddler Franjo Zinrankic. Together with Ukraine Dimitro Pili. So here we have the leading group of 9. Taking the lead position. So the portage they're coming up to in a minute. Now that's it's got enough length in it on the exit side for about 4, maybe 5 boats. So this could be the first opportunity of really splitting up the race. That's Tim Pendle, who is in 10th place, together with Albert Cremens from Spain.
Croatia, Marin Lipovac.
So obviously the local cameras wanted to pick up their boys, but now we can see the front of the group again, 200 metres to the portage.
And everyone is resting a bit now, just trying to position themselves. Nothing is happening, but it will certainly be more rapid closer to the portage. The guys in the front, they're thinking now is just to relax and not doing anything until someone else is trying to push them, forcing them to go full speed ahead.
Yeah, I think they all know that there's only going to get 4 or the maximum 5 on the portage. You only can go on one side on the exit,
yeah.
But on the entry back into the
and it's Ramalho controlling it.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
of course. Tactically so skilled. Stéphane Boulanger, Urban Quentin, and of course, and that is Christian Mate and Adrian Boros in the middle there. He's not that good position, but he's a good runner, so I don't think he care much. Barry Watkins on the outside there, Jacob Adam and Graziani.
Not a good position for a barrier, I don't think, at this point.
No.
So 100 metres with the barrier marker there, and the shot will change to the from the bridge first of all, I think, to show them coming round the bend, and then it's the shot from the top of the portage with the camera up there. No, it's straight to the camera shot.
Nothing is happening. They are just taking it nice and easy into the portage. Ramalho is was very, very fair. Made it. He showed great sportsmanship there, Ramalho. Christian Mate, Adrian Boros, everyone, no accidents, nice and easy. Over the portage, full speed ahead, coming up here behind us. Taking some drinks.
So you got an opportunity of going left to straight through or right for your drinks. Mario is really running fast there. Barry's done very well there. He's got back himself into fourth place on that run. Boris on the right hand side. So everybody seems to be, because you have to get out and they can only get out on one side, almost indicating that you put your boat on your shoulder, you've got to get back in on that same side.
Very good portage of Barry Watkins.
Yep.
Heading for the Diamond Wash, squeezing Adrian Boros a little bit there. Or Christian Mate rather. Adrian Boros is in the white boat, just in front of Mate. All the big shots are there. Graphics says 5:15. Yeah, now 5:15 is Pendle. 5:16 is
Vinsani from Italy, and then Lindberg from Sweden. And then, because what happens, you get a bit of a rolling pattern here. So number one is showing, and then the graphics only show 10 positions, so it's a rolling below the number one. So going past the pontoon, comfortably in the lead at the moment and just strolling along, letting the others form round him. It's Stefan Bollinger.
And we need to check if we have the wrong names here. On the graphic it says Julian Bequero from Spain. We used to call him Jose Julian. We'll check what is right. Sorry for that. They are new to us.
So Stefan Bollinger leading the group. That portage reduced the group to 6 at the moment.
I think they will be together soon.
Yeah, the other two are going to catch up, aren't they? Be back to 8.
No one is willing to do the effort to spread this group. They know each other too well to do that. In such a situation, everyone is just looking for any mistakes of their fellow competitors.
saw that the Ukrainian paddler Billy had carried probably 4 or 5 litres of water all the way around the portage and emptied it out at the end. So we're back to a group of 8 as we anticipated.
Stefan Boulanger in the lead, Adrian Boros 503 there, white boat, Hungary, and Ramalho, who has stayed in this or other very good positions all race through so far. Christian Matt on the inside,
Barry
Watkins on the diamond wash, also very well positioned. On the outside, Jakob Adam, and then Spain.
Some of the back markers over the portage for the first time. Croatian boy getting his bit of support from the locals. He's obviously got a bit of a trouble with his boat, just in his seat, I think. His support crew can't quite work out what's gone wrong, but anyway, he's back in the race as Marian Lubak. So back to the front group of 8. Adrian Boros is taking the lead at the moment. Different bloke. Yeah. So very good side shot of Adrian there. And Jacob Adams has moved on to the right-hand wash. Mario on the left. Barry Watkins at the back at the moment.
Christian Matt, perfectly positioned there.
Two red, white and blue broad stripes of the two French paddlers, Quinton Urban and Stefan Bollinger. A lot of chopping and changing going around, but in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position. But we can see that these three main contenders at the moment are controlling this race from the front. Boris being the main paddler for pulling people along. It's John Simmons from Ireland going round the bottom turn in Spain and Denmark and Sweden. John Simmons would be very happy man this weekend, whatever happens today, on the basis that his coach is Rowan Foley, who won the junior race.
Christian Mette, he showed himself well in Portugal, end of June or end of May, beginning of June there, at the World Cup this year, when he finished 4th. Ramalho won. Spain with Miguel Lorenz 2nd, and Adrian Boros 3rd, and Christian Mette 4th, Urban Quentin 5th. Then Barry Watkins sank together with some other guys. Lindberg do not have such a good day here. Last weekend he paddled a tough and long surf school race in Norway around Nøtterøy, and he showed excellent performance there. He won that race very comfortable, but here today it's not such a good day for him.
Maybe that was too close to this weekend, Stefan.
Maybe, but
30
he doesn't
k's around that island, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't like the heat either, so much more of a Nordic water paddler. Also a good cross-country skier. Good shot there from Franjo Snidarik from Croatia. Also him a good sprinter.
Matti Gracini from Spain, he was off that back, so you see he's I think in 10th position at the moment. Some of the locals come down to have a look at the paddlers going past. Couple of 100 metres now to the portage. Coming over for the second time. So 8 laps, 6 portages and a small lap in this 29.8 kilometre race.
Christian Matti.
Kids on the bank really enjoying themselves there. So you get to the 100 metres the portage barrier first, and I think the little lad on the bank is winning. And that's Mum running along by the side just to make sure that nothing happens to them. Okay, shot now from the bridge as they come round the corner into the portage, and then we'll go from the top of the portage to see how it all works out.
Second portage out of 6. Nice and easy also this time. Showing good sportsmanship. Everyone experienced enough to not to struggle or fighting, knowing that every such move will cost time and create risks.
So the second portage, a good time to be taking on your drinks, I think. They're all queuing up to pass them over. So we got only four or five took drinks, and then the other 5 went to the left-hand side, not bothering. If the coach thinks you should be having a drink, it seems a bit strange that you don't take it when knowing it's going to be another 10 minutes before you can get another one.
So Ramalho there, how easy he was carrying his boat and how fast he ran, seemingly without any big effort for himself. Just nice and easy. Christian Matti the same. Looks good for Ramalho also this event, I think.
Yeah. Barry Watkins didn't do himself any favours. He was in a bad position getting out of the boat, and hasn't made a very good job of getting into it either. So
seems a bit tired now.
Yeah.
But the speed in front of him is slow now. No one is willing to do any hard work. Christian Matti is moving up there a bit. José Ramalho is not eager to keep up the speed, just want to sit on the wash, resting. Everyone is adjusting their gear now. They're using the drinking bags around their necks, most of them.
So we move into lap 5 of the 8, nearly halfway round the course. Running time 58 minutes, so as we anticipate, normally a 2-hour race. If conditions are fairly equal for everybody, 2 hours is the sort of the norm for the men's race.
7 in the top group now. See if Barry Watkins, now he's trying once again when he see that his speed is low there. Took it a little bit easier just after the portage, resting somewhat, but now it's full speed ahead for Barry Watkins, trying to close that gap again.
So Quinton Urban is leading the group.
And on the screen is the second group. Third group actually. Of course, the second group is Lindberg and Tim Pendle.
Tim Pendle.
And in between these two and the top guys is also Matteo Graziani from Italy. Very experienced guys now remaining in the top group. And for all youngsters watching this, look at how they are managing tactics. No one is struggling, no one is disturbing. They are just trying to get it nice, smooth and easy for themselves. It's never any idea to struggle in such a group. All the wrong moves could create accidents, crashes and risks. The idea is to avoid such things the best way possible. But often differ. It's often a big difference in between the groups in these races. The top group hardly ever has any real accidents or any crashes or struggle, but down in the second and third group, that's more common.
Yeah, all trying to make every effort to get back, but not making it generally, and cause themselves more trouble than it's definitely worth.
Yeah. Halfway into the race.
So this is Croatian paddler getting a lot of support as he runs over the portage. Rancho Nizvazic. So the leading group of 7 revolving the lead. Shot from the Turnboy camera. Second Croatian paddler, the Metković over the portage, getting some good support from the locals. So Christian Mate from Hungary, I think probably the first time he's actually been doing the leading. Boris on his left hand side, Stefan Bollinger on his right. Putting a bit of an effort there just to try and stretch it a little bit round that turn. Mario's coming up on the outside. Jacob Adams there still comfortably. Just Julian in the 516 Spanish colours. So with one or two paddlers off the back of that first group. This is the main pack in the third group. So Albert Comorens of Spain is not having a good race today. He's dropping back all the time. He even had to stop as he went round the buoy. Tucked into the bank, just off the back, that's Vincini from Italy. John Simmons from Ireland with Emil Stevenson from Sweden, going past Corenza from Spain. .500 on the bank side is Felix Ritter. Shot of John Simmons from Ireland. Right, so the leading group now, back to them. Yep. So we're on lap 5 here.
Coming into the third portage. Third portage out of 6. So it's still more of transportation phase than anything decisive. But in such a group they are looking for mistakes from their fellow competitors all the time. Trying to judge what's going on. Finding out the best tactics, creating positions for themselves. Soon into the third portage. Quite a big group, and everyone seems to be comfortable there.
Yeah, they are. It's nobody's really trying to push it, establish anything specific. Just they're revolving the lead as well, all having a go at it. So it's about 200 metres from there to the portage, that shot.
Just trying to sustain the pace now, saving energy.
Just coming down to the bottom turn, got the local paddler and Nedorek from Croatia. just going round that bottom turn.
Croatia, the organizing country here, Francois Nidarik.
Right, putting a little bit of an effort on here now for the first time on this leg. It's Christian Mate.
Christian Mate, he likes the high speed, and we know that Ramalho usually does that as well. Christian Mate can do whatever, but we have seen him many times setting his speed, especially a couple of years ago when he was very eager to be in front and just go for it all by himself.
He stretched that group out there by 20, 30 metres front to back, and it's only 100 metres to go to the portage. Looks like we got a bit of a dodgy shot on from the camera on the bridge.
Looks like stars winking to us
there.
Yeah,
indeed.
And that's of course a good sign, because now up from the boats are the big shots, the great marathon stars of our sport. No mistakes from anyone there, no accidents, nice and easy. Christian Mate, Boulanger, Mate Boros, Julian Beccaro, Adam Urban Ramalho. Ramalho taking it easy this portage, no stress whatsoever. Boulanger creating a gap for himself, a slight one. Boros keeping up, Mate playing cool. Ramalho as well.
Urban off the back in that group, so he's last into the water. No, he's managed to. I don't know what Jacob was doing there, but he didn't get away very quickly. Made it a bit difficult for himself and Spain.
No one seems to care much. They know the speed will be quite low, and they are not counting on Boulanger to trying a decisive effort.
Barry Watkins over in 7th place.
Looking a bit tired, sword.
Yeah, it's all down to the bad position he had on the previous portage.
Yes.
Let himself get on the outside at the back, and difficult to come back from losing 50 metres or 100 metres at that point.
Stefan Boulanger going strongly, but a big group behind doesn't seem to care much. Now Christian Mate is setting the speed. It's always a risk to let someone create such a gap. Boulanger is going quite fast now. It's going fast, but I think the group will close the gap before the next turn. They are too good, Ramalho, Mate and Boros. Interesting to see that Mate is the one that is setting the speed to close the gap. He looks strong, Christian Mate. Stayed in the far end of the big group the first 2 laps, and then just joined the top guys and has remained there all over the long distance.
Barry seems to be having a few problems, I think, on the coming around that top turn. So they're all on lap 5 now as they come over the portage and round the top turn onto the 5 fifth lap of 8.
Looks like Lindberg has waken up finally. This race is going fast now. Seeing Watkins in front of him, trying to catch.
Yep, got Tim Pendle with him.
Most of them took drinking bags on this portage. We saw Renate Shea this morning winning a great victory, coming back winning a fantastic victory here this morning, and we didn't see her take any drink at all.
No.
I asked her if she's not using drinks, and she said, "Yeah, I have one bottle under my seat. It's just a liter, 1.5 liters or so.
Right.
That's enough." And that is, I think, quite amazing as well. It's absolutely nothing to copy for anyone else, I think. So little drink in these hot conditions is dangerous for anyone else.
Just managed to assist from the commentary position with the lap counter, and we just told them that they're on lap 6 now and just changed it. For one moment we thought we got it wrong, but we didn't really believe we had it wrong. We knew it was they're on lap 6, didn't we, Stefan?
You always count the laps in the right way.
So 1 hour 18 through the race. I think so we'll be just about the 2 hour mark. Got a very technical piece of work on the commentary position here, with some cardboard box stuck over the top of the screen so we can actually see the screen. Modern technology. You can talk to everybody around the world, but you can't cover your television screen up properly. So still that 7 in that leading group.
It's a bit more spread out now.
I think you might see 1 or 2 stronger efforts, don't you, at the moment? Stefan Bollinger back in the front where he was on the first lap.
I don't think we will see anything until the final long lap, maybe.
You think so? Right.
They know each other too well, these guys, having met many times over the years. Ramalho perfect on the diamond wash there.
One of your paddlers looks how he's had enough, Stefan.
Emil Svensson. guys aren't used to these warm conditions at all.
So Stefan Bollinger leading round the bottom turn on their 6th lap. Christian Mate's going to push himself a little bit to the front now.
It was a perfect tactical move there from Ramalho. He went from the diamond wash out on the left hand side, and the reason he did that is to create a good position for himself for the portage coming up within 6 or 7 minutes. He wanted Christian Matti to take the initiative so that he won't get stuck in the diamond when he come to the portage.
Yeah.
So he moved to the left and forced Christian Matti to take the initiative. Very cleverly done, and it's something to learn for everyone that is paddling marathon. That's the way to do it. Thinking well in beforehand, creating position for themselves. And Christian Matti responded exactly as Ramalho probably were thinking. And here is Joachim, second group, Joachim Lindberg, Tim Pendle, and Matteo Graziani. So they managed to close the gap to Graziani. And now they are going for Barry Watkins, I think.
Yep.
Lindberg that had not a so successful first half of the race is now going faster.
John Simmons leading the next group.
That's the third group.
It's a shot from the left-hand bank, obviously, as they're coming down to that bottom turn. Do you want to tell the viewers the story of the boat on the turns, Stefan?
The boat on the turns.
Yeah.
These traditional Neretva boats. It is boats that are made from one piece of wood, and they have been used on this river for 1,000 years or so. Not saying that these boats are 1,000 years old, but they are very traditional, and the people used to paddle them. And in the autumn after the harvest, there is a big race of these boats between different crews from different parts of the city and villages around here, paddling downstream the river, ending up here in Metković in a big festivity. Very traditional city, Metković, built on the remnant of the old Roman city Narona that had its prime during the first 5th century, owned by the Emperor Augustus, actually, at the golden age of the Roman Empire. That town sunk between the 3rd and 5th century in the marshlands south from Metković, and now so they had to move, and that was the foundation of this Metković city.
See the boys out on the left hand side in the middle of the river. That's the bottom turn on the short lap. About 500 meters to the portage from this point.
And after this they have one more full lap to go. 2 more full laps to go. That's right. You're counting the right way as always, Jim.
So 1:25 into the race. Just about half an hour to go from here. Meters from this point.
As we saw, the tactics of Ramalho forcing Christian Matti to take the lead and creating a good position for himself still pays off, and I think that will be the situation also into the portage.
Yeah, 100-meter marker there.
Also Adrian Boros perfectly positioned right behind Christian Matti. They can choose how to manage this now. And now we can see Ramalho increasing the speed to get in first.
Yeah, could be a bit of a spread out on this one, Stefan. It's
so perfect for all 3 of them, all 3 of the top guys, Ramalho, Matti and Boros. They really managed this in good time before the portage. A kilometer before the portage they created the positions they used in the portage. Very cleverly done.
Mario going through for a good drink. Judging by the fact that he hasn't been too well, I think he probably needs as much of that as he can get. Boros has taken the lead there, coming down the bank.
They're running fast now.
Yeah.
Maybe this group will be spread out a little bit now.
Ooh.
This is good.
Yeah.
Now they are definitely spread out. Now it will be very interesting to see if they keep up the speed. Seems like Boros is going quite fast now. Ramalho is following.
Quinton Urban had a bit of a problem on that. To get back in his boat, he's lost 2 or 3 lengths there. So this could be a group of 4, Stefan.
Yes, it could be. Boros, Ramalho, Matti and Boulanger. It's Urban that is struggling a bit now, trying to keep up. I think they are down to 4 now. Boros, everything was depending on the tactics Ramalho created a kilometer before the portage. Without that, we wouldn't have seen this spread out. Very well planned and very well done from all of them.
Yeah. So Julian is Spain is in the 5th position there. Sorry, no, that's
Urban.
Quinton Urban in the 5th position there.
Quinton Urban, and then following Jacob Adam
and Julian.
Julian, yes, Julian Beccaro. First. The wind has changed direction. Now it's more of the traditional Mistral direction from south. I think southeast, something like that. Southwest.
Definitely not as bumpy as it was yesterday, Stefan.
No. I think they like the wind. Paddlers take away a little bit of the heat. Speed is not very high now. I think they will be together again.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it?
A little bit strange that they didn't keep the speed. Christian Matt is looking over his shoulder, recognize the risk, increasing a bit.
So just going past the short-term boys.
If the second group is coming close, I don't think they bother much. They have proven they are strong now, these top four, but it's always much more comfortable to be just four. Yeah, here you can see that the gap is increasing again when Christian Matt was increasing the speed. And now Stéphane Boulanger will take over. No one really want to do it. This is Ramalho that will do his turn. He hasn't done much work this race. Now it's Stéphane Boulanger once again. Ramalho is really planning for an effort at the last portage. I think that's his tactics. He has been sick. He just wants to save some energy now, trusting his speed and energy in the far end of the race.
We noticed that Mate was very careful to put his drink bag off his head into the boat behind him. It's a 30-second penalty if you throw your bag into the water these days. So you don't want to be doing that.
Perfect shot of the diamond wash there. You can see the bow of Christian's boat is really low in the water, and that means that he's riding the wash exactly the way you should. Many paddlers are a little bit too eager, hanging the diamond wash and are riding it a little bit too much forward.
Yeah.
Just because they are scared to fall off. And now the wind increase again, as you can hear in our microphones. We are sorry for that. We can't really do much about it. Top group of four. Nice diamond. When they have created enough gap, I think we will see the speed decrease, and they will just play some tactics among each other.
Yeah.
It's still 2 portages to do.
Yeah, we're on lap 7, so yeah, 2 to go.
And after the final portage, it is just 1,000 meters to paddle. Stéphane Boulanger wants some help there now. Ramalho refuses. Boros are talking to Boulanger, try to urge him to keep on going. It's a difficult position if you are a guy that really want to remain the gap, and no one else want to do any job. You're forced to do the job yourself. Some paddlers really don't want a big group in the far end of the race. It's risky. Trusting more their endurance than the speed in the in-sprint. And these guys could be forced to do a little bit too much of the job.
So Stefan looks very comfortable there, doesn't he? Just
he does.
Rolling along.
Everyone looks comfortable. them in this group. Adrian Boros, that is doing a lot of marathon racing all year round, having done many of the races in South Africa. He did the Berg this year, the 4-day race.
Did the Berg, did he?
Yeah, last year. And also the other tough marathon races in South Africa. Races that is ongoing for several days and very long distances in really tough conditions, river racing there.
Yeah.
Also doing some surf ski racing, as many of these guys are doing. The wind keep on changing direction, more from the Adriatic Sea. You see if the change will make the waves that we have seen the previous days coming back, creating a little bit more rough conditions in the far end of the race.
Yeah, I think that's probably out of the question now, Stefan. We've only got 20 minutes to go, so it's unlikely. Surprising they come so close into that bank there. Maybe it's protection from the wind, I don't know. Except the wind's behind them, so that doesn't matter. Make a lot of logic, does it?
Second group, they are not too far away. It's your microphone that is blown. Beautiful Neretva Valley, river stretching 250 kilometers from Bosnia-Herzegovina all the way to the Adriatic Sea.
So a good shot there of the third group coming down, with the front leading group just probably almost a kilometre ahead, probably 3 minutes ahead at the moment.
And that is Felix Richter from Germany. A guy that has been doing marathon for quite many years and now back to the top group, approaching the second last portage.
Yep, 200 to the portage from this point.
Tension is building up a bit. You can see no one wants to be on the diamond wash, really. Adrian Boros playing cool there. Right behind Stefan Boulanger, that is still in the lead. He's doing most of the work now.
He is, yes,
Boulanger.
that's right, yeah.
Took the initiative all the way from the start, having stayed in front most time compared to the other guys in this group. He looked comfortable about it. Christian Matti on the outside, wonder how he think, what he think about this portage. Probably he will pass Ramalho when Ramalho turns into the portage. Depends a little bit on what Ramalho is doing. If he's decisive, he could continue all the way to the end of the portage, and then Christian Matti need to slow down a bit and get in behind Ramalho.
Well, because they've got a full lap to go, so one can't think that these four are going to split up. But in fact, that a group of three behind you, we can see there, are getting some real encouragement.
Absolutely.
So it's possible that they may just one of them or two of them might make the gap.
Could be all together again out on the last big lap, last long lap.
The rules now on the race is if you are lapped in the race, then you drop out. Your time's recorded on however many laps you've done.
I'm not sure they are aware of the guys coming from behind now. They're just focusing themselves.
.100 meter marker just coming up to the portage. There we are. We're going to get a shot from the bridge down to the end of the portage. No, so we're straight away onto the portage. Not that we can actually see anything because straight into the sunlight there. It's not easy at all.
Here they are. Ramalho is passing Boulanger now into the middle of the pontoon. Boulanger is exactly as we thought. Ramalho went to the far end and forced Christian Matti to slow down a bit and dropping off a couple of boat lengths. And the second group is not far behind now.
Yep.
Now it's a more rapid run. It's Ramalho that is running fastest, and now he has not the boat on his shoulder. He's running fast now. Ramalho first. Here comes Boros on the inside. Three of them getting new drinks.
And a good wash as well by the looks of it.
Just 12 seconds behind the groups now. They might be together after this portage. Ramalho seems quite decisive now. This is the first we have seen of him doing a rapid portage.
Yeah.
It's Ramalho, it's Boros, it's Stefan Boulanger. And the tactical move of Ramalho forced Christian Matti now to go really hard to keep the group.
Yeah, I think that next three have got a hard job to make it back from that position.
It depends how much tactics the four in front will play now on the last, the final long lap. Boros in the lead. Boros, Ramalho, Stefan Boulanger and Christian Matti all together again, nice and easy, and they increase the gap over the portage. Ramalho setting the speed running, showing his fellow competitors that he's still a strong runner. Stopping again, no one want to do any work, and now Christian Matti had enough, taking over, going fast, really fast. I think, watch this now. Christian Matti is really going fast. He's fed up with the low speed now. Christian Matti, he really wants to do something about it, feeling fresh. It's a last long lap. And off he goes. Immediately the gap increased quite a lot. It's now back to 80 meters or so. A really strong move from Christian Matti.
So Christian's still pulling hard in the front. Jose, Stefan and Adrian past the bottom turn. Next time they come to there, they'll be going round those boys. Right, little discussion going on now as to who's going to be the lead in this group of four. Nobody wants to take it. They've got to be a little bit careful because that group is probably 100 metres behind, maybe less than that. So still time for them to get back in if the front four allow them, but I don't think they will. So Stefan takes up the lead again. Looks like a dramatic shot there off into the sunset.
So the top group is now lapping some tailenders.
When the tailenders get to the portage, they're asked to drop out of the race. They're given a time for the number of laps completed.
So the guy in front of the top group is not the leading one. That's a pattern that is going to be lapped soon. Once again, Stéphane Boulanger is doing the job there. The speed is not high anymore. Christian Matte created just enough gap, not letting the others come through. He really wanted them to be four, at least not more than four when the last portage come up here within 10 minutes or so. So this long hot race is coming to an end, and we will have a great last portage, final portage here within a couple of minutes. They all look quite comfortable. This is totally an open affair. Adrian Boros had enough, wanted a better position for himself when Ramalho took over the initiative. This is interesting. Now they are playing tactics. Ramalho want to have the initiative already now. This is Romania that is going to be lapped. I hope he will make a decent turn, letting the top group pass.
Yeah, so Constantine from Romania did the right thing there, and he moved out, giving the boys plenty of room.
And now Ramalho is controlling this. I don't think he will let anyone pass him now, taking the initiative, preparing for the final portage. After that, it's just 1,000 meters more to go. I think they all like the positions they have now. It will be quite tough there between Adrian Boros and Ramalho into the portage. Now they are shifting, and Adrian Boros saw the risk, faced the risk of being forced to be on the outside of Ramalho. So he moved in behind him, which is a much better position, of course, coming into the portage. It's all about the portage now. It's all about positioning themselves to the portage. Christian Matte in the lead now. Ramalho perfectly positioned. Boros resting. In the portage, Croatia, with one more full lap to go. Of course, we should follow Croatia, but now back to the top group. This is not the top group. This is the lapped one. Top group need to be in front of this guy. Here is Barry Watkins and I think Joachim Lindberg. Well together, Barry and Lindberg. And now we are eager to see the top group coming into the portage soon. Where are they? They're soon appearing on the screen, I think. We need to see them when they pass the 100-meter mark soon. It's still some distance away, but yeah, soon coming up. Third group.
John Simmons leading that group.
On the way up to the turn.
That's Martin Fredriksson from...
Here is the top group. Here's the top group, and it's now it's time to cheer them up a little bit. Now it's only a couple of 100 meters to the portage, and it's Christian Matti in the lead. It's Ramalho, it's Stefan Boulanger, and in the end of that group is Boros. So let's have some fun now. The final portage coming up.
Just about 200 metres from here, Stefan, so you've got time to go and have a word with the man on the machine.
And here they come for the final portage. José Ramalho, Adrian Boros, Christian Matti and Stefan Boulanger. For the last time over the portage, a very decisive portage. They're heading for it now. This is exciting, Jim.
Well, it is, because you don't really know how this is going to work out. That's what makes it almost is interesting as well as exciting, of course.
Four guys, and it's 3 medals just. Yeah. And they all go for gold so far.
It's 200 from here, Stefan, to the portage.
200 meters more to go to the final portage, and then another 1,000 meters. A very decisive portage now. And now Christian Matti is in the lead. Ramalho on his left hand side. It's Stefan Boulanger, and it's Adrian Boros. Adrian Boros has to trust his ability to run now. Not so well positioned.
That's the 100-meter marker. Shot from the bridge as the sun's reduced. So,
and here they go!
There they go.
It's Ramalho setting the speed. It's Christian Matti on the inside. Ramalho making the move finally into the portage, paddling to the far end of the pontoon. Getting in first there. José Ramalho. Christian Matti, Adrian Boros, and Stefan Boulanger. Ramalho, Matti, Boros, all running full speed ahead now. Yeah! José Ramalho creating a gap for himself. Christian Matti is struggling, doing the best he can. Stiff legs. Adrian Boros is running fast. Stefan Boulanger lost some ground at the departure. And Ramalho is off. Ramalho is off, and Christian Matti is off, and Boros is off there. So it's Ramalho. Ramalho once again created a gap for himself. We have seen him doing that many times in the European Championships. Now, once again, José Ramalho on his way to defending his European Championship from last year. José Ramalho, the great star of marathon racing in Europe this year. He's leading now, and he's increasing the gap. And it's a game for the silver medal between the two Hungarians, Christian Matti and Adrian Boros. But Ramalho is flying now. José Ramalho is really flying, suffering from some injury over the week, but now he's in front, and now he's really flying. Adrian Boros and Christian Matti is 50 meters behind. Jose Ramalho, watch him now. He's really flying.
Just 600 to go from here. So big race for the silver medal for the Hungarians, Stefan.
Absolutely so, but it's amazing how fast Ramalho is.
Yeah.
The gap is increasing all the time, stroke by stroke. It's 100 meters now or more even. It's really fast. Jose Ramalho having done a very tactical race, not doing any work at all until this final stage, where he was just going, waiting and waiting, marvelous tactician, Jose Ramalho. Watch him now, his wonderful technique, stretching out, going full speed ahead, effective but relaxed.
Looks really determined there, Stefan. Look on his face, he's really determined. Down to the bottom turn on this short lap. One of the boys has moved quite dramatically there by the looks of it.
It doesn't matter much.
No.
At least not to Jose Ramalho. He's just going for it. Just the 500 meters or less to go for Portugal by Jose Ramalho. Winning the World Cup previously this year, winning the European Championships last year. Didn't win the World Championships because there was Hank McGregor in the way and also Adrian Boros. But here he is flying, defending his European Championship from last year.
So 100 meters to the end of the portage and then just 200 from there. So 300 to go from here.
Third group into the portage. We are also seeing Boros and Matti at the turn.
Just going round the turn, yeah.
Just around the turn now.
And Stefan Bullinger on the top right hand corner of the screen at the moment.
That's right. And now Ramalho is passing the pontoon with only 150 meters more to go. Jose Ramalho. $100 meters more to go until another gold medal for Jose Ramalho, defending his European Championship from last year. Another victory for the incredible, fantastic, amazing Jose Ramalho. So happy. And here they come. And it's Adrian Boros and Christian Martin. It's tight, but it's gonna be. It's Adrian Boros securing his silver medal, and I think Christian Martin fall in right after the finish line. So, what a race! What an experience! Jose Ramalho, Adrian Boros, and Christian Martin, and here comes. Stefan Boulanger, having done so much work over the long distance without the medal, but anyway, a very good race from Stefan Boulanger. Me to you. Great.
Quentin Urban over in 5th place. Jacob Adams from Czech in 6th place. Julian Bacros from Spain in 7th. Barry Watkins in 8th. Joachim Lindberg 9th. Matteo Grassini from Italy, 10th position today. Tim Pendle's just finishing 11th. John Simmons 12th. Martin Fredriksson from Denmark 13. And Felix Richter from Germany 14. Okay, Stefan's had a little chat with the winners in that race. We saw that. Oh, okay, he's got one more person to speak to. So Stefan has completed his little chats with the winners of this afternoon's racing. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage from Croatia. Little shots on the screen now of the support crews have been down the bottom end of the course coming back. Very clever move for putting that flag up like that. And just going round the bottom turn for the last time is the local paddler from Croatia. That's Franjo Nidrasi. So I think we just wait for him to come over the line, and then we'll be signing off for today. Looking forward to seeing everybody for the K2 races tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock start tomorrow. I'm just going to check that because each day's been slightly different. So yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow for the men's C2. So look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, listening and watching this racing that we've got here from Croatia. Screen showing the timing for tomorrow. We're just waiting for some technical and committee decision. It's been suggested that Christian Matti actually fell out of his boat before he actually went over the line, so that may make a difference on the bronze position, but we're waiting for clarification on that. So are we signing off now? But I'd just like to say goodbye finally to everybody who's been watching this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning 8 o'clock for the men's C2, followed by the ladies K2 and then the men's K2 later on in the afternoon. So thanks so much, see you tomorrow.